The name Paul Anthony is a familiar one to music lovers because of his work with the Grammy Award-winning group Full Force. They had many hits in the 80s and 90s and made a splash on the big screen as well. Paul Anthony is singing a different tune these days, and he joins us now from our Washington, D.C. bureau to talk more about it. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see you.
Oh, it's a blessing to be here. Good morning.
Good day to you. I see that you got a new song. It's called I Feel Good, I Look Good, I'm God Good. Tell us about it.
Oh, man, it's a wonderful, wonderful song that I wrote while I was transitioning between various stages of becoming the cancer champion that I am. And while people would come visit me, they would say, Paul, how you feel? I said, Paul, I'm on something, I feel good. Even if I didn't feel good, that's what they were getting. I said, Paul, I feel good. They said, well, Paul, you know, you look good. I said, that's because I'm God good. And I just wrote that during the process, you know, because I knew when, not if, when he transitioned me over, there was a purpose to fulfill. So I was just moving like it was already done. And all Full Force, we've always been that way. My brother, Bowlegged Lou, B-Fine, cousins, Baby Jerry, Kurt, and Shy Shy. Full Force has always been spiritual. On all our albums, there's always something to the Father. Now we're just all the way in the deep end. You know, before I was just sort of wading in the water by the ankles. Now I'm all the way in the deep end, so it's a blessing.
Walking in the deep. Tell me about that process. It was 2006. You were diagnosed with cancer?
Yeah, it was 2006, and you know, I was just training, working out, and my training partner and life brother, Colin Bergan, who was a nurse, and he's noticed a lump in my neck. And I didn't even feel anything, and that's it. Cancer's a silent killer, as we all know. And I didn't feel it, but when I went to have it diagnosed, they said it seems to be consistent with mantle cell lymphoma, which is an incurable disease. It's not hereditary; it's acquired, an injury, what have you. And you know, it's a life-threatening disease. So right then, I started working within myself, you know, because it starts from within. And I started working, not waiting for when I got to the doctors, because we have to be our own doctor. I started working within spiritually, tying the mind, body, and spirit together, and knew that it was going to be a journey, which it was. But that's when it was first diagnosed. And we got it under submission. We had it in remission for a while. And then 5 years later, it came back, as cancer does, much stronger, much more aggressive. And that treatment resulted in injuring my bone marrow, thus resulting in MDS, myelodysplastic syndrome, and then acute myeloid leukemia. And that's when it got real interesting. That's when the doctor said, you're fighting for your life. But throughout all, I just stayed in higher balance, because I've always been that way. And I use the same tools I use in the gym when I'm training, just transport that energy and tie in and pull God in. And plus the love you get from your family, my brothers, my wife, Michelle, my mother, my friends, people in the industry. It's a blessing, but it was a journey.
Wow. I imagine you also relied heavily upon the Word during that time, too.
Absolutely. It starts there. It started there. And I would often have conversations with them. The doctors and the nurses, they would listen outside of my room, and they're like, yeah, he's talking awfully loud, but he's by himself. They didn't know. No, I was not, you know, but I like to speak things into existence and have outward conversations with the Father. So, you know, he gives his toughest battles to his toughest warriors. You know, that's all I can say.
Wow. What would you say to people like yourself who may be going through that now and aren't necessarily as strong?
You have to really, it's powerful, but the mind is such a powerful, powerful tool. And you have to walk and think and move like it's already done. And sometimes you don't have to be as powerful, as strong as me or the next person, but you have to think like, you know, okay, when I get past this, I got to do this, I got to do that. Oh yeah, let me take care of this, because I know when this is over, I got to do that. You have to think and move like it's already done. That's the most simple tool you can use that's there to your availability. That's then there's a lot of other things you can do. Just don't wait. The phrase to Paul Anthony Live Life, Give Life Foundation is, the cancer survivor walks the earth, but the cancer champion conquers the world. So you have to think that you're a champion, not just a survivor, but you're a champion. You're doing it, you're moving it, and that's the first thing. And then there's a host of things that when you go to my website, we can interact and talk, but that's the first thing I would say.
You've started a foundation for people who are going through and battling cancer, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's another phrase I teach people. Proactivation times integration equals eradication. You have to be proactive with your health. You have to be proactive and be your own doctor. Don't just wait. And then have an integrative mindset, an integrative lifestyle. Sometimes it's not this or that. It's this and that. While the doctor's doing that, you can get the love from your family. You can do acupuncture. You can. I did meditation, Tai Chi, always prayer. And you have all these things, you put them all together, and that's how you can eradicate disease, because we have to deal with cancer of the body, cancer of the mind, and cancer of the spirit. And through my foundation, we're going to take care of all of that.
Beautiful, beautiful. I want to get back to the music real quick. I know that there is a music video with this, and you've got some big names like Will Smith, Quincy Jones, Donnie McClurkin. How on earth did you get all of them to be involved in this?
Well, the album is based on love. It's about love. That's why on that song, I start, love's in need of love today for every man, woman, girl, and boy. You can look outside and find happiness. You've got to look within to find joy. It's about love. And we've always given that out all our career. So when I decided to go public with this, and it was a conscious decision with the family, everybody was surprised because I've been a bodybuilder and a fitness enthusiast all my life. So it was shocking, but it was important to know that it can happen to anyone. So when I knew I was transitioning through a certain stage, I said, okay, let's just reach out. And that's it. Because of how we was able to just go to anybody and everybody and ask for the love. There's still a lot of friends that are there for us when we need them. So it was a blessing, man. I'm so honored and blessed.
Before I let you go, real quick, what's next?
Oh man, what's next? Well, we got a lot of things coming up. We're going to be through my partnership with the Favor One LLC. We're honoring a lot of Black entrepreneurs that's been doing a lot of things in their community. So we're going to be going to various states, starting here. As a matter of fact, I may have to get an apartment here in Washington because I'm going to be coming through a lot of time. I was blessed last night with Pastor LaWanda Gray at her church. It was wonderful, the Lions of Judah Temple, and so we're doing that. We're doing some gospel tours. There is possibility on us doing another house party, reunited with all our friends. So there's a lot of different things. I'm just looking forward to all of it coming, you know?
I'm looking forward too, and I am all for another house party and seeing you there for sure. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your testimony. A blessing to have you with us.
Yes, thank you.